Coming to you from the back room of your parents' favorite porn store, it is Cursory Overload.
You're listening to Cursory Overload.
And we're in this motherfucker.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another goddamn interesting episode.
Cursory motherfucking overload. Motherfuckers and fuckerettes. Whoa, I think the fireball's starting to kick in.
Fireball! Bitches, let's get drunk in this motherfucker.
Sorry, I had a couple of shots while you were out for breakfast and shit. I figured,
this is your nightcap time, ain't it?
Kind of, I guess, yeah. I guess you could say that. So I took a couple shots, but I mean,
I woke up this morning, and for me, it's morning time. For you, it's evening time. But I woke up this morning, and I think I rumbled the foundation with my belly rumbling. I just woke up looking hungry.
Yeah,
I was like, oh shit, I gotta get some food in me.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, hopefully I won't pass out here. Well, I didn't have any milk, because milk will definitely knock me out. Alcohol makes me feel good, and I might act goofy. A glass of milk, I'm drunk and I'm passed out. Go figure.
Oh, that's kind of interesting, because I'm good with alcohol, but milk. Now, if it's regular milk, that hurts my stomach. I can't drink it. I'm lactose intolerant.
Go figure.
So
with me, it's just like
you'll be able to fall asleep, and you'll be able to fall asleep, and me, I better not fall asleep, because it could be a bad night.
Because shit might happen.
Literally, we might. Babe, you want a new mattress? I know how.
Oh God.
Won't be able to get that motherfucker clean ever again.
Oh, right. So I guess let's see. Well, how we doing? I guess how you doing?
I am here. Like we were kind of talking about off air. Baby girl got promoted in Taekwondo, so
Cobra Kai. Yeah,
that's right. Strike first, strike hard. God damn it!
No mercy.
Punch him in the nuts.
No mercy, sir. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was a fun time. And then I finally, and I hope we can talk about it a little. I finally watched the end of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You know what? Life is too short. I mean, people can press the pause button and come back another time.
Listen,
it is what it is.
Yeah. So, I watched that, and then my daughter has been loving Ms. Marvel.
Holy fuck.
So I have not watched any of it.
Like I told you, I started watching it because I was like, wait a minute. You know how you can tell when they've watched all the other shows on the streaming app, because, they get that little line where like, oh, okay. And I'm like, nobody's touched this one yet. I'm like, okay, I wonder why. So I started watching it and I got hooked. And
that's what she said. She absolutely loves it.
Hey.
And maybe I'll watch it, maybe I won't.
I don't know. Kevin Smith gave it a thumbs up, so I can't go wrong if Silent Bob likes it. I'm just saying.
Right. That's a pretty good nod.
I'm just saying.
I mean, if you're gonna get a nod from anybody, that's a pretty good nod.
Yeah. So,
but I haven't watched it because I thought it was cool that she finally had a Marvel show, kind of a superhero kind of show where it was hers.
Yeah.
Like that was hers. And I didn't want to take the chance of saying something and then maybe inadvertently ruin that for her. So I kind of just, I'm letting her enjoy it. So, and then maybe after we watch, maybe after she's watched all of it, maybe somewhere along the line I'll watch it. But I'm kind of letting baby girl have that one. Yeah, I don't want to take any chances.
Alrighty. Okay, well, that's good. And, all right, so do we jump into Kenobi, or do we talk about some interesting, I don't know.
Yeah, let's leave Kenobi for a little later. Let's start some other fun stuff.
All right.
So you had two stories that you found out about
No,
that.
they just popped up on my fucking, what do you call it,
Well,
timeline?
no, I think this kind of shit gravitates to you. Like and we all know the kind of shit that gravitates towards me.
Yeah.
This is the kind of shit that gravitates towards you. This is that. How do I say it? It really shows the power,
It shows the power.
or it shows the mm, the power of persuasion on why somebody would want to get into becoming a minister or a preacher or into a certain church and but join the rankings. It certainly shows that.
Okay. I okay, well, we'll go with that for now, but all right, I don't know. Obviously, in the only place that stuff like this seems to happen. And actually
That's right.
no it's not, but over there on the East Coast in that peninsula
Florida!
in
Yay!
that peninsula over there, a pastor in Florida was arrested for masturbating and exposing himself on the patio of a Starbucks, according to police.
Why Starbucks?
I don't know. Maybe it's something they put in the coffee. It just brings out the Holy Spirit in him, and he had to rub one out.
Not the free.
I don't know.
Okay.
You know who does a show like that? That kind of is probably blasphemous because of the way he does it. But that the guy that came out in the Hangover, the Asian guy.
Dr. Ken.
Dr. Ken, yeah. When he does comedy routine or whatever, and when the crowd goes up there, he pretends to jack off and like spoosh, and people fall back like they've been slain in the spirit. I don't know. Maybe he was trying a new method or practicing a new method to try out in his God box whenever he went back to it. But yeah, apparently this happened like May 9th, and I'm not going to say his name because fuck that, but apparently it must be Latino because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 Muniz Cologne. That's as far as I'm going.
Right.
And then it's in, how do you say that? Kissimmee, Florida? Or Kissimmee or what?
It's Kissimmee.
Kissimmee.
Yeah, that's about an hour north of me or south of me.
Oh shit. I mean, I was gonna say even the name of the town sounds kind of like what the fuck.
It gets even better. It gets even better. That's not far from Disney.
Oh well, interesting. So yeah.
Can you imagine walking up? Yeah, could I get a chai tea latte with oat milk and a side of preacher cock?
Oh gosh.
Light on the semen, please.
Oh gosh. No. See, I guess this is the reason why I am anti-religious, but yet these things keep floating my way. They gravitate over in my direction for some reason.
It just keeps reinforcing your beliefs on why organized religion is bad.
Bad. Oh my God. Okay, now and then there was the other one, which I can't find anymore. Also in Florida, but
Well, that was the preacher was he accused or was he actually found guilty?
Well, it looks like he was trying to make a run for it.
Oh, making a run for it with $8 million of church money.
Sort of. It was like fraudulent money that they obtained, claiming they had 497 employees. So they used those what was it, payroll protection loans that the government offered during COVID.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
so basically, the pastor and family stole $8 million from taxpayers in a COVID scam. Basically, that's what it's coming down to.
There's a lot of people about to get busted for that, doing that very same kind of stuff.
Some Phoenix PD officers down here in Phoenix were popped for doing shit like that. It made the news not that long ago.
There's a lot of people that are cracking down on that.
Good thing we didn't go along with that, right? We were going to claim we had like 100,000 employees at Cursory Overload.
Yeah, like we got 1 million employees.
Do you know how big we are? How many people we employ? Jeez.
That's right. That's right. Half of America, goddammit.
Yeah.
No, believe me. Trust me. Just believe me.
So there's
Believe
that.
in the holy power of Pato.
Holy power of Pato. Hey, no. Leave Pato out of this one. We're converting everybody to dudism. You know? Dudism. Everybody will have to learn to abide, you know? And
that's right.
I don't know.
So at what point in time so it makes me wonder, okay, so the church itself was probably never legit. Like, it was probably just a scam the whole time.
You know what? I believe 99.9% of most churches or God boxes or 50C nonprofit little empires, you know, are that.
You know,
at this point in time.
I have a lot of family, what is it, like 6 family members that are preachers?
Dude.
But, now I will say this. The way they do it is their churches, they don't get paid. The people that donate to the church is legitimately enough to keep the lights on and any repairs.
Well, like I said, there are people that still do it because they genuinely believe, you know, their convictions. Their convictions. I'm not gonna say that there isn't, but I mean there are those that live in huge mansions and I mean get harassed by people, you know, and they get called a piece of excrement, you know.
Yeah, we're certainly not talking about Joel Osteen.
No, definitely not, because that would be bad.
Really bad.
I'm just saying right now. That
almost as bad as like locking your doors during a fucking flood.
Yeah.
And not letting nobody in. But, you know.
Hey, that's what Jesus would do. Come on.
Right.
You don't want people dirtying the carpet there. Come on, what's wrong with you? Anyway, what I'm saying, if I'm saying anything, you know, it's this is why I'm so disgusted with organized religion, I guess. And when they get involved in politics, that's the big thing. And we're not going to go political by no fucking means. I'm just talking about church.
Right, we're not.
Well, I'm just saying that any church group that gets involved in politics needs to might as well turn in your nonprofit status, pay taxes, motherfuckers. If you want to influence the system, you might as well pay taxes. You know, you're not a nonprofit. You're not a whatever it is or ministry.
Yeah, you're overstepping your bounds with that one, and I 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah,
I don't think churches should be tax exempt, anyways. I really don't. I think that's showing favoritism of the highest degree. But
personally, you know, if that's the case, I think every American should incorporate themselves as their own religion, since we're all lovers of ourselves and worshippers of ourselves, and we're. And
some more than others, like that preacher at Starbucks.
Yeah, kind of like that, obviously. And we should just like every amount of money we get, our paychecks should just be donated 100%, and we should not pay taxes at the end of the year because we're nonprofits.
That's right.
I mean, I don't know, that's an idea I'm throwing out there. You know, kind of like, I mean, the rich find way. The rich find way to avoid.
Talk about that. Didn't the Romans talk about that? Like, give unto K-Dog what is K-Dog's?
Something like that, you know. Give unto Pato what? I don't know. Give unto Caesar. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying in the Bible, supposedly, Jesus said that when he paid taxes. So, Jesus paid taxes. You motherfuckers aren't exempt. Fuck you.
Right. If Jesus paid taxes, all you motherfuckers better be doing it. You sanctimonious fucks.
Holy
God damn, I hate most. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, I am a morning star. Anyway, no. Oh God.
Oh my God.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so since we're getting fired up, there's one. I don't want to say political, but there is one thing I wanted to bring up, and this is chafing me like. Oh, this really, really is bothering me. So I'm going to say something about it only because it's a platform and I'm going to use it.
Go for it.
So we just found out R. Kelly got sentenced to 30 years in prison. We all know R. Kelly. He was a really good singer in the 90s, and then he got caught peeing on some underage girls, and now he's among other things.
Yeah, among other
And
things.
and he just got sentenced to 30 years in prison now.
Hmm.
Okay, hey, it's on video. The guy's he admit whatever. Okay, so he's doing his 30 years, whatever. Why is it? Okay, now we know for a fact R. Kelly did this to what? A handful of women? 10, 20, whatever,
I
something like that?
I didn't keep up with it. I just didn't. I tuned out of that. I was like, no. I don't think I've listened to an R. Kelly song. It-
It's,
oh gosh.
so, but here's my thing. Okay, so we can probably assume that it's under 100 girls. I don't know, maybe. Anyways, he deserves his jail time.
Well, he
But
was
why?
also wasn't he also like in sex trafficking? Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. But what I do know is the fact that known sex trafficker and groomer of girls who went as far as to get a submarine license to transport said girls undetected
Hmm.
only got 20 years.
Hmm. Okay.
Now, my question is, why is it that one guy whose crimes are as horrific as they are pale in comparison to the monster that is Ghislaine Maxwell? And I will say names, and I don't fucking care.
Okay.
Why did she get such a 10-year less sentence? Like, she could literally still be alive. She's
Melanin.
like 50 or 60 now.
Melanin.
Like,
It's a colored thing, man. You wouldn't understand.
right. The only thing that I can come up with is that, yes, her skin color.
Yeah,
But
that's
I think
one.
more importantly is the number of names that she has
Yeah. And you know, a lot of
protected.
the funny thing is that a lot of people say, "Well, they want to hear names," and I'm like, "Do you really? I mean, you
I
want?"
do. I really do.
And what if it's people that you think are super cool
That's fine.
who claim they got photobombed by her?
That's fine. If you have names that listen.
I'm just saying, you know, what if it's
Bill
like,
Gates Bill Gates had dinner or was friends with this guy. We don't even know if he was doing anything. But I don't care, bro. I don't care. Everybody in that world, in that upper elite status, knew what he was and what he did, and who he was, and they know that she was working in cahoots with him. If you have had any any contact, and you can't prove that it was non in that manner, your name needs to be plastered.
dude, that's a lot of powerful people.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
so
I don't
that's
mind.
probably why they're not named, and she's only getting 20 years, and
It, so,
the way of the world, you know.
like I said, I don't mean to stir up the honey pot. I really, well, actually, I kind of do. But this is very, very near and close and dear to my heart. I've known a lot of people, as I'm sure many of you have known people that have had similar things happen to them by family members or whatever. I don't like it. I think those names should be named. I think we should know all of them, and we should pick
Well, like I
pieces
said,
afterward.
yeah, but at that point in time, basically, I don't know. It would probably be very chaotic for the world because
I'm okay with that.
mm, like I said, it's one of those things that uh, it is. I don't know. It's crazy.
It's nuts.
It's
So that was my one big thing I wanted to bring out, and I thank you guys for letting me get on my soapbox and probably not make any sense at all. But yeah, that was my little.
well,
My
hey, you
little
know, this is like that break room conversation where we're just talking shit. We're just talking about everything and anything that comes to mind, and
right, right.
like I said, I don't mean to cut down on religion. So I mean, you know, it's not that I look for these stories; they just happen to float in my direction. And I already have a very, I don't know, it's been building up over the years. I grew up very religious. I mean, sometimes I wish I could go back in time and kick my own ass for. I'm like,
You motherfucker, get over here.
yeah, kind of
Go to
like,
the end.
yeah. I mean, could you imagine going back in time and talking to your? I probably would have accused myself of being a demon.
Probably. You're a
Like,
demon.
you're a demon. You're trying to trick me with your deceitful ways and lies
Not
and
not today, Satan. Not today.
stand behind me, Pato. Oh, I wasn't even Pato back then. I've only been Pato for the last 15 years.
That's right.
Holy hell.
You had to be reborn into the Pato.
I guess. Holy shit. All right, well, let's get off that shit.
Like a phoenix rising from the ashes. It's the Pato.
All right.
Okay, so let's get on some better subjects. All right, so if you haven't watched it, then pause now and go watch it. But I'm sure everybody has.
Or
Anyways, let's talk about Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, the circle is complete.
Hello there.
Or hello there, yes. Okay. So,
Did you Let's first talk overall. Did you enjoy it?
yes.
Okay.
I loved it. Like I said, it's one of those where it's a different story. They were telling me something new. I mean, something that like how can a filler, between the Revenge of the Jedi and A New Hope.
It was a world that I knew, but a story I'd never heard.
Exactly. That what he said.
I think they could have very easily have taken this same exact story and made it a 12-part episode. Very, very easily.
Of course, we were all left jonesing after the 6th episode. I mean, I was like, "Are you serious? This is it?"
Well, I just think it kind of, like, the only downside I will say about this, I felt like it kind of jumped a little bit. I feel like they really could have done a 12-part episode and made this really, really detailed story. But fuck me, I was ready for this ride. I really was. I've been ready for this ride for a couple of years now.
I think we've been talking about it. Kenobi, are they going to make it? It was just talks on the interwebs, and we weren't sure, and boom, there it is. And
there it is. We just watched it.
Yeah, pretty much. So, basically, it starts off with, what? We find Obi-Wan Kenobi working as a laborer in Tatooine.
Right. He's like, he's working day, get paid a day laborer.
Yeah, like, it looks like it.
And he's living in a cave, like a cave kind of setup.
Cave dwellers, yeah.
But he's just kind of living a humdrum kind of a life. Like, that's all it is. He doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, he's kind of stopped practicing the Jedi arts because, well, that would be a dead giveaway since the Empire is hunting for all remaining Jedi.
Right, but I think it's deeper than that. I think he was kind of in a place where him being a Jedi got him to the emotional down point that he's at when we first start watching the show. Like, he's in a deep, dark place in this when he starts. Like, he's not in a good place. Like, mentally. Like, he's really depressed. He's really...
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously having nightmares, reliving what happened with Anakin,
Right. And at this point in time, he doesn't know about Anakin. Anakin's dead.
In his mind,
he killed his Padawan. Yeah.
That is
like I mean, that's a dark place, like he was entrusted to train and guide this young Padawan, and instead he ended up legitimately killing him, or so he thought,
Yep.
And and then we see a young Luke, and the people that are guarding him. I find it very interesting that the people like Owen,
yeah,
was not friends with Kenobi at all.
Yeah,
like, he did not like him.
That's one thing we touched on last episode. We said there was no love right there. It's like,
Like,
The fuck you doing here? Get away.
get the fuck off my property. Get off my lawn.
Kind of like that, but not.
And then, and then we see. I always forget Benjamin Bratt's name. Ain't that Ben? Is that his name that played Leia's father?
Jimmy
Oh,
Smith.
Jimmy Smith. That's it. Yeah,
Jimmy Smith.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he played in. I want to say Law and Order. Was it Law and Order that he played in?
Law and Order, Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, he was
Uh,
good in Sons of Anarchy. Jesus, he was
uh,
good in Sons of Anarchy. Anyways, we see him playing. We see him contact Kenobi and blah blah blah. Somebody took Leia, and I think that little girl playing Leia was just a
amazing.
breath of fresh air.
She
Like,
was amazing because
oh, just it's so spot on, and she had so much tenacity and curiosity, and it was you could see who she was from the moment we saw her, and the way she was acting. You could see how she becomes Leia that we know.
yeah,
You could see it starting to form,
yep, definitely. I saw that.
and then and then we meet the the fake Jedi's,
Yeah,
which I really enjoyed that. It was kind of like the churches you're talking about now, like.
those that collect money and yeah, who was playing the fake Jedi? Kuma. I can't say his name.
Ain't it the dude from Kumar, Harold and Kumar?
I
Is
don't.
that
No, I don't think so. It's I, okay. This is how it's spelled. It's Kumail. That's the name.
Kumail?
Kumail or Nanjiani. I don't know. I
Okay.
sorry for
He did
butchering,
really good.
but yeah, he was the fake Jedi there, pretending, putting on a show. Yeah, like some preachers do.
And then we run into. God, I should have written all these names down. I was too just mesmerized by the show itself. The one lady who helped him escape,
Which
and
yeah, that's well that Tala was the name in the show.
Tala. Okay.
And her
Uh,
name is Indira Varma.
she was really pretty. I know that. Uh, so they helped them escape. Blah blah blah, and then the First Order, or Vader and
No, it's not the
the
First Order yet. We're
it
years
was
away
the
from that.
Inquisitor.
It's
Yeah,
it's the Empire.
right. The Empire and the Inquisitors were coming after them, and was it Third Sister?
And yeah, you meet Third Sister, played by Moses Ingram.
Right. Who did an amazing job.
I told you.
God damn.
She at first, she gets in under your skin, and you're like, oh, I hate her, and you're
But
like,
that's
but
a sign of a wonderful actor.
it
Or
is, it is. You remember the old guy. Without going too far off the subject, but Young Guns, Jack Palance.
right.
He played, I think his name was Murphy. In that movie, he did such a good role of being such a dick that I couldn't stand to look at the man for a while. And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
that's because he
Yeah.
did such a...
There was a character played by Timothy Roth. Okay, we know Timothy Roth. He was in Incredible Hulk. He played not who was not the Incredible Hulk, but the bad version of it. What was his name?
the... Wow.
You know what I'm talking about?
The red one?
No. He turned like kind of green. Anyways, it was. Oh shit. Anyways,
I can't
okay.
think
So
of it. Wow.
Edward Norton played in Incredible Hulk, and Timothy Roth was one of the bad guys that was going to get him. Anyways, he gets injected with the serum, and he turns into a version of the Incredible Hulk. I just can't think of his name. Anyways, I was just using that as a reference. Timothy Roth plays a movie called Rob Roy way back in the 90s, and he played a villain, and his villain was so vile and so evil. Like, I couldn't watch anything with that this guy had played after that for a long time. He played that role so good.
Abomination. That's what
Abomination.
That's what
Yes.
they call that Hulk. The other. Okay. Tim Roth. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And anyways, I got that same vibe from the young woman playing Reva.
Okay.
Like you wanted to hate her so bad. Like she was so
Yeah.
oh
But then as the show progresses, you start noticing there's something funny about her. And
like some
but you're not sure which way it's gonna go.
right. You're like, okay, wait a minute, where are we going at with this? Where are we going? And the transformation of her character was oh my goodness, that was like eating a piece of pie, like a
Yeah,
good
that
piece
was so
of
fucking
pie.
rewarding.
Like, it was so good.
Yeah.
It really was. It was like wow. And I take my hat off to her as an actor because in that short 6-episode role that she had, the breadth of the roles that she had to play within that one character spanned the entire gamut. Like she had to play so many different emotions in that one character. I mean, it was
Yep.
wow. And on top of that, to know people were hating on her, oh
yeah, all the fucking tweets and
like you
shit,
guys could eat a bag of fucking baby dicks, dude. All of y'all motherfuckers that want to talk shit about her. She did real good.
Yeah, fuck off. So yeah, so that was like I said, that was a nice surprise at the end. And another thing that it was kind of cool to watch. I mean, a version of Ice Cube in the Star Wars world.
Yeah, his son.
Oh yeah,
was in.
Like I said, I was like, wait a minute, that kid reminds me of Ice Cube, and I'm like, oh dang, it's his son. I'm like, oh.
I was watching. I said, no. And I rewinded. My wife was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I just saw a name on that."
Yeah,
the title, like the scroll. That no.
Yeah, actually,
so I rewound it.
And he did fucking awesome on that one too. I mean, it was
Dude,
pretty. It was pretty cool to see. So
kudos to him. I was really cool. But okay, we cannot detract from Ewan McGregor and Christian Haydenson.
Or Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen, yeah. I'm horrible with names. I don't know what it is today about me and names.
I'm cheating today. The computer's actually up. It had time to go up, so I have all their faces right now here on the screen.
Like I don't know what it is about names that I'm so bad today. But so if I botch your name, I apologize. I really do. But anyways, the two of them. Oh my God, to see the two of them on screen again was just magnificent.
Yeah, it was.
It was so wonderful. I mean, it was like returning to your childhood home, and everything was just the way you left it. Like it was just perfect.
Yeah, and then you got to see Obi-Wan fight in a different way too. I've never seen him use. I've never seen him use the Force that way. The same way, almost like a Sith does. I mean, because that's basically like a Darth Vader move right there, where he just fucking makes everything come at you.
Well, first, before we saw that, like we saw Obi getting his ass handed to him.
Yeah, basically, yeah, kind of like a payback for
right. But
Mustafa.
It was payback, but it was also Obi-Wan defeating himself. Like he couldn't believe what he was hearing. Like no, you're crazy. Get the fuck out of here. He's alive? What? I did this? Like, dude, it was so emotional. Like, can you imagine? Like, after I turned that off and I just sat there for a moment. Like, can you imagine? Like the person that you were entrusted to train, you ended up having to kill, and then finding out that the person that you killed, you didn't actually kill. You injured him to the point where he is like half machine now, and he's killing all the Jedis he can find, and you helped do that. Like, how can you fight anybody after that?
Well, I guess Anakin was already walking down a dark path before,
Well, yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, the fact that he didn't kill him, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's my fault. All these people are dying because he's still alive and he's going around killing people. But I mean, yeah, I guess he can feel the, I guess, heartbreak of he failed in his, I guess, in his set of mind, he failed Anakin. You know, it's his fault.
Right.
Uh,
And
so,
then anyway, so then we see him take off running and blah 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 blah, and then they're escaping, but then holy shit, we get to see Vader use his power and bring a Star Cruiser down.
yeah. That was, I was like, holy shit, that's fucking awesome.
God. Oh,
You see,
oh, Jesus.
this kind of fills in, you know, when we saw Star Wars for the first time, we knew that Darth Vader was a bad motherfucker, but they never really showed us why he was a bad motherfucker, you know?
Right.
It's like,
Or how bad he really was.
yeah, it's just like he was feared, or just the name of Lord Vader, what, you know, instilled fear in people's hearts. But
Right.
now
Now
you
we see why.
now you get to see that this motherfucker was so strong with the Force that he could tear a fucking ship apart.
Right. Ooh, Lord.
That was, yeah, that was pretty fucking awesome to watch.
And then we see Reba get turned, like she starts turning and goes to attack Vader, like, oh,
Well, that's the twist on her. It turns out she was one of the younglings in the temple. And
Right.
she pretended to be dead, I guess. Which right now, that kind of you see, as we're watching this shit, and that shooting in Texas that happened not that long ago, some little girl gave testimony saying that she had to pretend she was dead so the shooter wouldn't kill her.
right.
But anyway, so that when I was watching that, it took me to a different place because, you know, I was like, oh shit.
Right.
And
It took me to a place where I have a friend that we used to work with. When he was a child, he had to do that in order to live. And yeah, it was pretty horrifying to listen to. So yeah, we were both kind of in that same spot when we saw that we both were thinking of real people.
Yeah, because I mean, when you think about it, I mean, what Anakin did, that was pretty fucked up. I mean, he killed kids. You know, it's like, what the
Right.
fuck?
And that's something they don't even touch about in the original Star Wars movie. Like they don't talk about that. And that was another reason why, you know, Vader was so feared. And then she goes to attack him, but what was amazing was the way that Vader turned was like, you thought I didn't know who you were, youngling?
Yeah, and the fact that James Earl Jones is still has that. He's like 80 fucking years old.
Like, Jesus Christ.
And he still has that deep voice that, you know, just you hear like Vader, you know, like.
And once again, we find out that not only is he feared because he's so powerful and strong, but he's also feared because he's fucking smart. Like, he's playing 4D chess when we're playing tiddlywinks.
Yeah.
Like, she thought she was getting in on him and being sneaky, and he knew the whole time. Like, he knew she was the whole time. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
Well, also, I mean, it's because that other guy that she killed in order to move up in rank, or she thought she killed, survived.
Right.
Which was it fifth brother?
Yeah, I think it was fifth brother.
Played by Sung Kang. I believe that's how you say that. So, yeah.
And then let's transport to the final episode.
And that's what I was talking about, the lightsaber fights, the use of the Force. I mean, Kenobi, you see him fucking throwing all these fucking rocks at him, Darth Vader style. You know,
Like, Jesus. He was, but you know, like, it also kind of brings back Yoda and Luke, because Yoda was like teaching Luke how to lift these rocks by using the Force.
Using the Force, yeah.
And a lot of us are like, when the hell is he ever going to need to lift rocks? Well, bitches, now we know when he's going to need to lift rocks.
Yep, it's good to know how to lift rocks, damn it.
Because he was ripping a planet apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but when Obi-Wan came back, the strength that he had in his face, like the puzzle pieces were put together at this point. He's reached master level, and he was, oh my god, it was so great. That was such a powerful scene. Like, and it didn't last long, but the images, and kudos to the director, because there were images in that fight scene that were unfucking believable. They were like beautiful.
Yeah.
If I dare say a fight scene could have been beautiful, there were beautiful scenes in that, and then Hayden Christensen comes in, and he's got half a fucking Vader helmet on, and
And now you can hear his voice and like Vader's.
Vader mixed.
Yeah.
Oh, chubby. He said, "You didn't kill Anakin. I did."
Yeah, so that kind of like goes along with what Obi-Wan told Luke. Darth Vader,
Right.
kill your father.
Right, which
So
is exactly what happened.
yeah, so technically he wasn't lying. He was telling the
Right.
truth from a certain point of view.
Right. Oh,
Oh
god damn.
fuck, geeking out
Such
over
a,
here.
and then he ends up giving Leia the holster. And the one scene where she's standing all in white with that holster, like, oh,
Yeah,
we know that person. We know her.
yeah. I was like, oh man, she's pretty feisty. I'm like, then her name is Vivian
Oh,
Lair. I was like, figure
okay.
she would be a feisty person.
Right.
Name like Vivian. Anyway,
That's right. All Vivians are feisty as hell.
yeah.
Can't control them either.
Anyway,
But yeah, it was such a nod to. I mean, it was the whole series. All 6 episodes was fan service. It really was.
it was.
It was fan service to the highest degree, and to know that we're getting another, or there's a good possibility that we're getting another,
Yes,
is
yes,
just
yes. We,
even
we we
better.
put it out there in the universe. The Mandalorian needs to get his opportunity to come over, take over the show for a couple episodes, and be like, "This is the way.
Right.
Out of the way. It's my show now, bitch. I'm running this." And
And we'll get to hear Obi-Wan tell Grogu, "Well, hello there, little one."
hello there, youngling. Well, actually, you're older than me, motherfucker. But
Right.
holy shit.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The only other thing that we need to put out in the universe is we need to really push hard that the TV show Flash gets put in as the movie Flash. Now that Ezra Miller is 100%.
Okay, yeah.
Cancel.
Every time I turn around, there's an article on that motherfucker, and I'm like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
I don't know what he did, but boy, he did it. He did it 100%. He fucked the pooch on that one.
I'm
Then they were
like,
saying that they couldn't find him, and he kept posting pictures of Instagram, like, "Here I am, motherfuckers."
I mean, it's kind of like interesting at the same time. Like this motherfucker, in a time and age where digital media can track you anywhere, this motherfucker's just posting pictures and
Right, and nobody can get him.
oh
Like,
gosh,
I don't know, but I hope they put TV Flash in the movie.
yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, what is?
I'd like to see it. I think he'd do a good job.
Yeah,
I do. I think he'd be a bang up job.
well, yeah,
And let's see, the next movie we have coming up is what? Thor: Love and Thunder.
I haven't watched that yet. Have you?
That's not out yet.
Oh, it's not out yet. I thought it was out.
No, I think it comes out July 6th or 7th. I think. Don't quote me, but
Actually,
I think.
the Minions movie is out this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, we might see that tonight.
Yeah, I actually right now I'm kind of like not doing anything because even though I said I would never do this again, I am taking a chance and doing a do-over, so in a couple weeks, we're going to head out of town.
You're coming to Florida?
No, not Florida. Maybe eventually one day.
Ah,
No.
you fucker.
No, not Florida, man. Come on, over there. I'd be afraid to go to Starbucks over there. Pato's
Yeah,
here.
that's
Make sure you give him the pastor special.
That's right.
Go over to. Holy shit! Oh
But
man.
where are you guys going? You going to Cali or?
Well, yeah, we're gonna see if we can swing that. I mean, something came up that's dragging me out there, so
All right, good thing.
yeah. So it's a good thing. So uh we're gonna see if the family can tag along, and hopefully I can get away from that and try to have fun.
Right on, right on, right on.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. You gonna
Yeah.
go try to do Disney or?
Yeah, we'll see. That's what right now I'm like, well, it depends. I'd like to go see movies right now, but maybe I'll just save my pennies and see what happens. And maybe, I don't know, that might be a possibility. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah, we'll see.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Well, it's just fun to get away and I don't know, get a do-over. Because last vacation, I had told myself I would never place myself in that position again.
Right.
Yeah, but
Yeah. That kind of
then,
happened to us when we went up north for a funeral. We came back and it was just financially, it was just a shit show.
well, it's
And
not that wasn't my stuff wasn't financial last time. It wasn't financial. It was more of a no. I'm not doing this ever again.
right,
Yeah, it was other shit, but let's see. Hopefully, we've grown past that, so we'll see.
right. Hopefully,
Yeah. So
you gotta get away a little bit and enjoy this life. You only got one trip on this rock.
that's the way I see it. It's crazy. It's you know, not to go back to the religion thing, but that's why I am more and more convinced now that everything we've been fed is a bunch of crap just to keep us submissive, compliant, so that the elite
Yeah,
and the ruling class and obviously the religious leaders who are in cahoots with them, I mean, can live nice lives while they tell us to sacrifice ourselves because we will be rewarded in heaven for our suffering here.
right. I read an article. I don't know. It's probably about a year ago now. I read an article and it was talking about how nowadays, or I remember now. It was talking about the 4 day work week and the benefits of it, which now we're seeing a lot more push towards. Uh, but it was like people, Americans especially are they're given their entire lives. They get 1 weekend a month or 1 weekend a week. That's like the equivalent of 8 days every month they get to themselves, and you times that by by the full year. You know what I mean? Like that's literally 96 days that they get.
Hmm.
Or is it 96, 92, something like that? 92 days a year that they get to call their own, and
Eight times
like
12, yeah. What are
it's whatever, however many it is. Fuck, I don't know.
that ain't true. I don't get that many. I usually get 4 days a year, and that's
Well,
why that's
that's what they
why.
were saying. They were saying that yeah, that's what you're supposed to get, but most Americans don't get that. Most Americans end up having to work at least one of those days on most weekends
Yeah.
because their bosses saddle them up with so much work that they're having to take it home. And I'm seeing that with my wife. And so you're looking at like, fucking maybe 4 days a month that you get to actually do something. And, that's not enough. You only got, so many years to live. You need to get out there and see the world. And as a collective, we need to tell the working class or the elites, like, listen, we're not doing this anymore. We're not. We're going to live our lives the way we want to live our lives.
Well,
And
that's why I personally think that without getting into that shit, right now they're doubling down, especially that Taliban jellical, fascist group. That it's I don't know. I think that they know that the people are fed up. That they know that. I mean, there's a lot. What were they saying? There was a few articles saying that Americans, it's like an all-time low. I mean, church attending or whatever.
yeah, it's an all-time low.
It's like an all-time low, and it's like we no longer buy the if you don't do this, God is a big man with a stick up there. He'll punish you. He'll get his big stick and beat you with it.
Right, right.
Or you.
Americans anymore are like, yeah, no.
Yeah, basically, it's
And I think, I think a lot of it has to do with like a lot of Americans now are like, listen, I'm not worried so much about God. It's you motherfuckers I'm worried about. You guys are the motherfuckers with the stick, and
yeah,
we're not
pretty
putting up
much.
with it no more. We're gonna start hitting back.
I think that's basically what's coming down to. But you still got, like I said, some very very religious zealots that. I mean, there's people that truly believe. I mean, there's people that will kill you in the name of religion.
Right,
I mean, we have suicide bombers in different type of religions,
right.
and I mean, and I think that sadly Christianity here in America is going in that direction. I mean, there are some motherfuckers that truly believe that when Jesus returns, he's gonna have a Bible in one hand and an AK-47 or an AR-15 in the other one.
Yep.
It's that fucked up.
Right.
I'm like, it's crazy. I'm like, the more I look at it, it's like religion has been our worst enemy, and I could just hear everybody I grew up with going like, "Oh, brother, I'm gonna pray for you. The devil's gotten a hold of you.
Right.
You're
Right.
you're in a bad place right now, and if you don't watch it, you're gonna end up in hell."
Right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, and I think that's the attitude with most Americans too. When they hear stuff like that, they're like, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I look at it like this. They once said a woman shouldn't ride a train because trains go over 55 miles an hour, and a woman's uterus could fly out of her body at that speed.
Well, wasn't like even with men too that before when cars only went as fast as 35 miles an hour, they thought that any vehicle going over 60 would eventually cause the person's face to, I don't know,
Fall off or some shit.
some shit like that. Get the flesh would basically, I guess, the air
Right.
would. Ugh, just thinking about it. It's
I mean,
gross.
this is like we had a lot of stupid things that we used to believe back in the day, and we've proven that they're not true. And I'm not saying there's no
Okay,
God,
look,
and I'm not saying there's no Jesus, but I'm saying like,
I believe that there was something created us. There has to be there's a higher power, or there was. I don't know. At this point in time, okay. Something triggered me the other day. When I was a younger youngster in the Christian church, we used to like face off Jehovah's Witnesses. It was like our sport. They used to come knocking on your door, and we'd wait there to ambush them with scripture and show them how wrong they were. And one of the things that I remember in Sunday school, in this preacher that used to instruct us, he said something that, for some reason, that came back to me. That how can you spot a false prophet? And I was like, we're like, well, how? He's like, they will always claim to be the only ones to have the truth. And with
that's rather interesting.
with JWs, I mean, you can't give them literature; they will not accept anything or whatever, But then all of a sudden, it dawned on me this Bible verse that people use a lot of the times, saying that Jesus said, "I am the truth, the light, and the way, and no one comes to the Father if not by me." And then I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa! What are we doing there? We just told you that we have the truth, we have the way to heaven. And nobody comes to the Father if not by Him. So if you're not following this, you're not going to heaven.
Right.
Are we doing the same thing?
That's right. That's right.
It all of a sudden, like years later, this is me 20 something years later going over some stuff that it just like, wait a minute.
For me, there was a turning point for me where I read a something and it said that in scripture it says nobody should change or take away add to or take away from this book. But we know I said, why is this the King James version? Well, he had it written and adopted to our language, or to a more of an English language, and there were some parts in it that didn't bode well, so he had to have them taken out or rewritten. And I'm like, but it says you aren't allowed to do that, and that just
Yeah.
boggled my mind. Like, it just made me like, wow. So are we like what? What are we now like? Are we hypocrites?
So a lot of I think there's been so many translations that a lot I don't know. I think a lot has been lost. And then from the get go, I mean, if you start okay, fuck, here we're stepping on landmines, political, religious, but I mean every religion. I don't care which one. The similarities are always that it's a man's world, and women need to learn their place.
Right.
I mean, it's the way to control
Coming
people.
from a family, like all the women in my life are all strong, very strong women and smarter than me. So I can't get behind that.
My thing
I can't get that behind that at all.
my thing is that I've woken up from that, and I'm like, I have daughters, a granddaughter. I don't want them to be limited by anything. I want them to enjoy their lives. I want them to be not to join the army necessarily, but I want them to be all they can be.
That's right.
And
That's right. I'm
without like, no, you can't do that because the law says, or like right now with this bullshit that happened. I mean, imagine that a young girl has a miscarriage. It's
Right.
legitimate, and now they're going to investigate her because she might have aborted the kid. So now she might be going through some emotional shit because she just lost her child. Besides the pain and the emotional stuff, and then now you have to worry about the guy that's coming over like an inquisitor, trying to
Right.
find out if, hey, did you commit a crime?
right. I don't know. I don't know if we're at that point, but I
Dude,
can see
they've been
where
talking
people-
all kinds of shit. Like, I guess some dumbass politician brought up the idea of training dogs to sniff out pregnant women to see in case they try to cross the border from one state to another.
like that just
Yeah, that's I'm like, when did we fucking wake up in this Twilight Zone, scenario where this fucking group is trying to take over and impose their beliefs on the rest of us? I'm like I
you know
said,
what we need. You know what we need. You know what this country needs.
no,
We need
not a
Bill and
pib,
Ted.
not a pib.
We need Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted.
Yeah, because they come out with that one song, and then golf scores are down, mini scores are down, or what do you say? Mini golf scores are down.
Holy shit.
They're up.
Okay, maybe I don't know. Shit.
That's what we need. We need that. We need
I was
that
like,
one
no, I
song.
was like, this world needs a pib. I don't know. Shit. It is what it is. Well, motherfuckers, I hope you've enjoyed our somewhat retelling of our somewhat
we hit a roller coaster of an episode.
retelling. I mean, like I said, we try not to go political because I mean, you hear that every day. You read it.
Yeah.
You listen to.
But sometimes, here's the thing. We've always told our listeners how much we love them, and we've always told them how human we are.
Yeah.
And sometimes shit happens that just bothers us that we need to just say something about,
Yeah.
and so we don't, and even when we do, we don't try to step on toes. We don't. We try to say what we need to say, but sometimes toes need to be stepped on.
Yeah, that's you're right. Yeah, they do. And I mean, I understand that for some people, I mean, religion fills that void that they feel inside.
Right.
I mean, some people, I mean, it's like a system that has helped them out of other stuff. So I get it. I mean, I'm not knocking down on that, but it's just that, okay, keep that in your church, keep that in your heart, keep that in your house, keep it
right, and keep it out of mind.
Keep it out of mind, keep it out of the government.
Right.
Keep it out of schools. I mean, if they're publicly funded.
Right.
If you go to a religious school, then by all means, do when in Rome, do as the Romans, I guess.
Right. I so agree with you.
I'm just
If
saying.
it's a public school, keep it out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if the child themselves want to do some, I don't have a problem with that. If the child themselves,
when I
want
was
to do
growing up, I remember after the Pledge of Allegiance, we had a moment of silence, which basically anybody, if you could say your little prayer or whatever you wanted to for
Right.
yourself,
I am 100% for that.
Well, because not
I don't have a
everybody,
problem with that.
not everybody's Christian. I mean, or like I said, you can. Anyway, let's not go there.
Right,
Fuck it.
right.
Let's get off this motherfucker. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy the show. If you stuck around, well, we spoiled Kenobi somewhat. I mean, there's still a lot of shit that you're not getting from us.
Right.
You're not getting.
Because listen, we're just some middle-aged fucking 9-year-olds. We can't. We can say shit was cool, but we can't really break it down too well.
Pretty much. I mean, because as we're trying to explain it to you, we're reliving the episode, and sometimes it's very hard to, like they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words.
That's right. That's one of the things I give kudos to Kevin Smith for. He's very good at what he does. He's very good at breaking things down.
Yeah.
And Mark Bernardin is as well. They both are very, very good at doing that.
Yeah, we probably would be too if we practice more.
Right. If you listen to what we're saying you should listen to Fat Man Beyond.
Yeah. After you listen to Cursory Overload, though.
Right. That's true.
Then you can that way. Actually, maybe that's not a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea because that way, you will. Don't compare us.
Right. Don't compare us.
Yeah. Never mind. That bad idea.
Yeah.
No.
Abort. It's a trap.
It's a trap. Yeah. Holy fuck, man. Yeah. No, but I mean, there's a lot of good podcasts out there. I mean, the Fat Man Beyond is one. Shit. I've been listening to a whole bunch of other indie podcasts. There's something that I listen to because I get a kick out of it. It's called "But It Was Aliens," and they talk all kinds of crazy shit too. So
I've been jamming out on Smartless. That one's been kind of getting me. I've been enjoying that one. That one's Will Arnett, Jason Bateman, and Sean something or another. Interview some.
These guys are actors. I get it, but these other podcasts I kind of like to listen to. They're crazy motherfuckers like us,
Right.
People that you might have heard of us, but we're still who the fuck is you.
Right. We're still who the fuck is you. Always will be.
Well, maybe. Who knows? I mean, we keep talking shit. We might get on somebody's radar and no longer be who the fuck is you. Is like, what did K-Dog say? What did he say not nice things about my mama? Motherfucking
That'd be so dope.
I don't know. I'm just saying,
Right.
Well, so
motherfuckers, it has been fun. It has been real, and dare I say, it has been real fun.
Yeah.
Your homework for this week, for this episode, I try to give homework. Your homework is to get outside and just take a break, take a moment, stop at a park, have lunch at a park or something. Just go sit in nature. Kind of reconnect yourself. Take your shoes off, feel the grass with your toes.
And whatever you do, don't do what the pastor did at Starbucks.
Yeah, don't pull your wang out and start your process of self-healing there in the park. Don't do that.
Yeah, definitely.
But just get outside and reconnect with nature. We need to. I think we're getting too into this tech, and we need to reconnect a little bit. So that's your homework.
You mean like go outside?
Yeah. Actually go outside. Leave me alone, I'm baiting.
Go away, I'm baiting. Oh, shit. Oh, fucking.
So if I'm saying anything at all, go outside, reconnect, and just try to find a little bit of moment of just peacefulness, all right? But on that note, I'm going to end with the famous words of so many people. Later.
Cursory Overload is a Podcast Shack production.